Martinez, and you're watching the Newsroom. Our country is currently facing transparency and accountability issues on funds allocated to different government agencies. One of the most sought issues is the Yolanda of donations, since other countries participated as well. Here is a report from Ariel, Olaco.
Super Typhoon Yolanda brought countless casualties and destroyed numerous properties. Since the devastation, aid has been continuously given to the survivors, both from local and foreign communities. The Philippine government is now preventing the PDAF scam to repeat by practicing transparency and accountability on this international assistance. Here in the Department of Foreign Affairs, they are monitoring pledges for the recovery and rehabilitation of Yolanda survivors. They call it FAITH.
FAITH stands for the Foreign Aid Transparency Hub. It's an agency initiative that allows the public to monitor yung mga foreign assistance pledges. The government is thinking of expanding it further para pati disbursement ma-track din ang public. Why is FAITH online-based? Well, definitely, it will be the easiest way for the public to monitor. This morning, I checked around 23 billion pesos. Tapos ang cash lang dun is 2 billion pesos. The rest are in kind. Most of the aid that we receive are coursed through relief agencies. The DSWD keeps a record. They don't give it to us. So they give it to the donor. Once they receive the funds or reflect na sa bank account of DSWD, they will write an acknowledgement receipt.
We headed to the Department of Social Welfare and Development to confirm records from FAITH. The Secretary General is in Tacloban, so we went to their national warehouse instead.
What you have here in your list, provided by DFA, they have been delivered directly to Tacloban or to Cebu. Etong sa Botswana, this was purchased here in Manila. They turned over to us this 5 Isuzu flatbed, which eventually we turned over to DSWD in Tacloban. Sa Laos, yan nakita natin, pumasok yan, directly deposited to our account. As for the Panama donation, the live straw, this was delivered to our national warehouse dito sa Pasay. If you're going to get an overall report, it would take time. Kasi unang darating yung mga air freight and then sea freight. In the case of Tacloban, dahil wala siya international airport, Cebu yung pinakamalapit, dun dumating.
Transparency is still in question. The public have to rely on online records from each department's website to monitor updates on these relief operations. This is Ariel Olaco reporting.
Thank you, Ariel. Aside from these foreign donations, another concerning issue is the government-elected officials who did not pass records of expenditures. For the full report, here is Tin Marinas.
The Commission on Elections has ordered a total of 422 recently elected officials to vacate their posts for failing to submit their statements of contributions and expenditures or SOCEs in the May 2013 elections. Deficiencies, non-compliance, and other complications with the SOCEs of the officials were some of the factors why they were enforced to dethrone and hold their offices.
Yung 422 na yan, that's local government officials.
Local government.
That means everyone from governor to municipal council, no? Pasok sila dyan.
In accordance with the COMELEC Rules and Regulations 9476, Rule 8, Section 4, the effects of failure to file a statement, it is stated that no person elected to any public office shall enter upon duties of his office until he has filed a statement of contributions and expenditures. The Legal Network of Truthful Elections National Secretariat Head Helen Graido has opposed with the decision of the COMELEC and deems that the Commission should have put teeth to the law at the very beginning of the campaign.
Ousting these officials at this late, it might be ineffective already, or the COMELEC should start at the implementation of the requirement. Kasi parang they should go back to why they actually would want these candidates to pass these statements and how are they going to comply with it.
After releasing the list of candidates who received illegal contributions, the COMELEC has announced that there is already compliance with some of the officials, but the DILG remains reticent in commenting why such issue has occurred. This is Christine Marinas reporting from Manila.
Thank you, Tin Marinas. Monitoring of these funds is most necessary in our country's government, and it is not limited to that entity. Funds provided to non-government sectors also need observation. Here is a report from Kat Gungon.
The Philippine Red Cross is faced with the issue of 200 million pesos of misused funds from donations by its Secretary General, Gwendolyn Pang. We tried to get the statement of Mr. Roderick Salve, Manager of Disaster Management Services, but he refused to be on camera. According to him,
off the record and on my personal view, yung issue kasi sa amin sa Red Cross, it's actually been resolved for a long time. Kasi nagkaroon na ng due process of investigation in 2012 wherein yung involved ng mga persons na nagkaroon sila ng chances of hearing yung opinion nila. And there were a panel from our Board of Governors that was appropriately selected based on their experience. Halimbawa si Governor Kapunan, which is an attorney by nature, yung profession niya, by profession. So doon pa lang nagkaroon na ng na-resolve na, kumbaga nabigyan na ng due process na wala namang misappropriation na naganap.
the funds were reportedly used for Red Cross Chairman Richard Gordon's WOW tarpaulins and ambulances that were brought from his PDAF but did not undergo
Aside from the
proper
alleged
process.
issue of
Aside from
misused
the
funds,
alleged misuse of
the
funds,
Philippine Red Cross
the Philippine
continues
Red
its
Cross
focus
continue
in
its
improving
focus
its services
in improving the
for the
services
recovery and
for
relief
those
of those
affected by
by the
Typhoon
typhoon.
Yolanda.
For recovery, we're actually computing initially 2 years. Pero we are not actually targeting it 2 years. We are much targeting it in a lower period. No? Ayaw naman natin tumagal.
Katrina Gongon, reporting.
Thank you, Kat. Relative to non-profit organizations, let us see what these type of groups are doing to uphold transparency and accountability after this short break. We will be right back. And these are the latest news updates for today. Thank you for watching.
Tune with us tomorrow again. And this is Clara Martinez.
And this is Pamela De Leon
from the
Newsroom.